Hello everyone and welcome back. And in this tutorial, I want to go over how to integrate Instagram into your website. All right, so now I have a template that I've been working on here throughout the tutorials. All right, and I'm going to put in some Instagram information right here. I want to put in some images. I might even integrate my entire gallery here. So how do we do that? Well, we want to go here to the social icon over here in our elements. Right, and we're going to click on Instagram. Okay, and there's two different integrations. We're going to go over both really quickly. The first is going to be just a post. Okay, so you can highlight a specific post on your Instagram. This is one way that you can start to build more likes, build your following, etc. outside of the actual website. Okay, so I'm going to put this piece actually down here with the rest of my social. So I have Facebook here. I also have Twitter over here. So we're going to kind of level this out and put in my Instagram like so. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to right click here and go to configure. Here you're going to get the photo URL. This is the same as the share URL. All right, how we do this is we go to actual Instagram. We go to the post here. And then we're going to go into our settings. Here we can get the embed code. But if we're working online, what we want to do is come to this page and there is a URL right up top here when you click on the image. All right, so we're going to copy here and exit out of here. All right, now you want to come here and then go ahead and paste in your URL. That's going to bring up your picture here. You're going to see your likes and your comments and then also your description here. You can choose to hide that description if you want and just show the image. I'm going to choose to show here. Click on confirm. And that's going to give you this here. Okay, very simple, very fast integration for your Instagram. Now, the other way is if we come up here and I'm going to use this area to paste in my entire gallery or at least most of it. All right, so we're going to come here back to social, go into Instagram. And then we're going to scroll just a little bit and come here to the Instagram feed. And that is going to give us this box here. Okay, now we can stretch this width and make it a little bit larger. Or we can make it smaller like so. All right, so let's keep it kind of neutral here. I'm going to right click, go into configure. And here's where we connect our Instagram. So we're going to select here. I'm going to place in my username. And then my password here. That's going to bring up my feed here. You're going to see all of my different pictures. You can click on one here. It's actually going to take you out of the site. We'll go and test this in just a moment, but it's going to bring you to the actual page and the actual picture. All right, this is going to be your next, which is going to show the next picture that you have available. Now here is where we configure what our header is going to look like. And we can choose to show the Instagram logo or not. Okay, we can also choose to even have the header at all. If we do have it, we can choose to hide our profile image if we want to. I'm going to select this here and keep that the same. We can change our background color to whatever we want here. Okay, or you can keep it transparent if you like. Now here is going to be the color of your username and the font style. I'm going to keep everything current right now, but if we wanted to change it to a different style, we'll just come here and select from the drop down. We want to change the size to make it a little bit bigger. We can do that too. And this is going to be for the biography. We can hide that. We can show the biography too. And we can do the same things for these items as well. So you can go ahead and play around with this. I'm going to put this back here at 15. Same thing for my info. I'm actually going to show my info here and then I can make that a little bit larger. All right, now here's where you're going to configure the theme. So you can have either these thumbnails here in a grid, or you can highlight the one that you're looking at and then have the rest here on a grid that people can go ahead and click on. All right, now I'm going to come back here, go back to the grid. Now I can choose whether or not I want the circle or not. Okay, so we can do that here. And if we come back here to the grid, we also have a preview position either on the left or the right hand side. Okay, so let's come back to this option. I can choose the circles or the squares. I'm going to keep them as squares. This is going to be the feed background color, this little color overlay or underlay behind. So we can choose whatever we want. We can make that black, a darker gray. I'm going to go here with black. Okay. And then this is going to be the amount of columns that we show. So we can up that to 4. And we can even up the rows to 4 as well. However we want this to look for our users. And then we can move along to the buttons and it can figure how we want our buttons to look. So this is going to be the next and the previous. We can change it from Arial to something else if we want. And we can also choose the button colors here if we want those to be something different. Let's say we want them to be a purple here or maybe a blue here. Whatever we think looks cool. And this is going to be the hover. So we can add in a hover color whenever we come over. So say it's maybe a lightest bluish color or maybe a darker gray color. All right, now once we confirm, we're going to see our entire gallery show up here for us. So if we want, we can actually make this a little bit larger or smaller, however you want, depending on the style of your site. And then we'll just conform the rest to that as well. So let's come down here. And that way people can come now and see your Instagram feed. So however you want to implicate this is going to be your choosing, but this is another cool way to start to put your social media onto your website. So thank you, and I hope to talk to you next tutorial.